Going into Deqontavius Badookie the 6th junior season, he starts it off intense. Drake May connects and he goes for 6 early. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, he will go all the way for 6, and he was absolutely fired up. And I mean, Missouri had no chance of sticking in this ball game with us. And as you can see, I will tap those feet down with bad intentions. And oh my God, look how I separate myself from little boys. I will take it all the way for 6. Deqontavius Badookie the 6th has came a long way. If he has a ball out season this year, he is gonna be a top pick in this NFL draft. But on 2nd and 10, just look how he does it. Oh my God. And mama, there go that man. He is the truth. But as you can see, I get player of the game on 12 receptions, 398 yards, and 4 total TDs. I want to turn this game against 0-0 Stanford on 1st and 10. I told Drake May to throw that ball up, and we took that top off early, but he shoestring tackled me. And I think that Deqontavius Badookie the 6th is just a different breed. He separates himself on a different type of level. And on 2nd and 10, he goes in with another one. The type of stats that I put up last year, it was no way that I could not come back. And me and Drake May is gonna take over the ACC, and we are not playing. But as you can see on 1st and 10, I go in with another one. Here, as you can see on 1st and 10, coach gave me a streak route, and I ran a streak route and separate myself. And good God almighty, that boy is a fool. But as you can see, I was fired up on my teammate, and I said, hey, that's 5. Now that's 5. But on 1st and 10, I caught that ball, and he stripped it out, and they intercepted it. And this could be the craziest thing that could have happened. There's 5 seconds going into halftime, so we're not gonna drop our heads. We're gonna pick it back up. And on 1st and 10, oh my God, that was one of the craziest catches of Deqontavius Badookie the 6th career. But on 1st and 10, he burns the DB again. Oh my God, he thought he almost stepped out of bounds, but he kept going. But going into the next one, 1st and 10, he burns him again, and this time he is out like a light. He could be going all the way for 6, and he is absolutely fired up. But we're going to win the ball game, and as you can see, I will get player of the game with 17 receptions, 572 yards, and 8 total TDs. Oh my God. I'm going to turn this game against 1-1 East Carolina. It's time to put on a show, and on 1st and 10, I will catch that ball and boom, get out of my way, kid. I am not here to play. But going into the next one, 1st and 10, we had a tunnel screen. I get that ball and got up that field with bad intentions. Just when we were moving the ball on 3rd and goal, Drake May puts it in the back corner, but he intercepts it and put his feet down. But we will go into the next drive, and on 2nd and 18, I got him back. I burnt him, and oh my God, I dove like I'm the king. Here, as you can see on 2nd and 10, I had a deep post, but I ran a streak route instead because I could read the defense off the back of my hand, and I will take it all the way for 6. But going into the next one on 3rd and 1, when things get good, something has to go bad. We throw another interception. I went over to Drake May. I said, do not hang your head. We are down by 4 points, and it's time to put on a show. On 1st and 10, I break a tackle, and I could and I would go all the way for 6, and I was not playing. And on 2nd and 10, I told him I'm gonna keep my foot on that pedal all night because I want it, and I'm gonna go get it. And on 2nd and 10, I take it for another one. But on 3rd and goal, I will run a slant while I catch that ball. I'm fired up. I said I'm not playing. Bam, get on that ground. And when we're going to win the game, I get player of the game with 12 receptions, 495 yards, and 5 total TDs. I want to turn this game against 2-2 Notre Dame. It is a rainy game, and on 2nd and 10, I don't really like that rain with catching the ball, but I will run them over, and I have to toughen up. But going into the next one, 1st and 10, I will take it all the way for 6. And I mean, Deqontavius Badookie the 6th has built a fan base at North Carolina and made a name for the Badookie family. And I mean, everyone on campus is so hyped about him when they see him, and he is just fired up. I mean, he is amazing. He could be intelligent on and off of that field. But going into the next play on 3rd and 6, I run a slant route and run him over in the end zone. But going into the next play, I hit him with a fake go. Oh my God, he made him look crazy out there, and he goes all the way for 6. But we were going to win the ball game, and I end the game off with 10 receptions, 431 yards, and 5 total TDs. I want to turn this game against the number 17 seed 4-0 Virginia Tech. On 2nd and 10, I absolutely burnt him with the speed like a lightning bolt. But on 2nd and 3, as you can see, I run an out route. I will catch that ball and get up that field, break one tackle, and almost go, but he will wrap and roll me. And every time I touch that ball, I'm either taking it for 5 or more. And as you can see, every time I always take it for more and go get that end zone every time. But on 3rd and 15, I will catch that ball, break one tackle, muscle up, and try to get in that end zone. But I fall short. I was absolutely fired up. But on 3rd and 12, I run a streak route. I said, throw it up, Drake May. And I went up, and oh my God, I stopped and turned around and caught the ball. I mean, that was absolutely absolutely incredible. But on 1st and 10, I catch a slant route for another TD. But on 1st and 10, they were in some type of zone, and I split through it, break one tackle, I break another one, and dive because I'm that man. But going into the next play on 3rd and 10, I went up on his head top and made him look crazy out there. And on 2nd and goal, I will catch that ball in the end zone, and we will go on to win the game. I get 16 receptions, 426 yards, and 6 total TDs. Going into our next game against 0-5 Virginia, we are going to treat them as such. And on 1st and 10, I about broke loose, but I got shoestring tackle. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, I was going to test the DB all night, and oh my God, Tony toe tapper backwards. But on 2nd and 2, I will catch that ball and get up that field with bad intentions. This DB is in for some help. He is in trouble. Going into the next play on 3rd and 3, as you can see, the DB did not stick me, so there was no man-to-man. There was a zone, and I will split it somehow, some way, and I will take it all the way for 6. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, as you can see, I get a great off-the-line release and go in for another one and give all praises to the Most High. But on 2nd and 8, I went to go get that ball. Drake May just throws dots every single day I go out there. I mean, oh my God. As you can see, we will go on and win the ball game, and I get player of the game with 9 receptions, 337 yards, and 4 total TDs. On to our next game against 4-2 Georgia Tech on 2nd and 10. As you can see, as soon as I caught that ball, I mean, he was in my chest to tackle me. Hey, yo. But going into the next play on 2nd and 5, as you can see, Drake May throws an interception, and this game was just not starting off as good as our regular one usually starts off. This is just not like us. But on 2nd and 2, I run a slant route, and I would get up that field and get to that end zone. But going into the next play on 2nd and 7, I catch another slant, and he strips it out. Come on, Deqontavius, Badookie the 6. You have to be better. And on 1st and 10, he will turn it up a notch and take it all the way for 6. As you can see on 2nd and 10, mama, there goes that man. He catches that ball, and as you can see, he will break one tackle, and there is no one that will catch him. He will go all the way for 6, and boom! I'm not here to play with you, but I get player of the game with 10 receptions, 316 yards, and 4 total TDs. Into our next game against 4-3 NC State on 3rd and 1. This might be one of the best passes in college football. Drake May has a launcher on him. I mean, he throws that ball with perfect accuracy. But going into the next ball on 2nd and 5, I will catch that ball, break a tackle, and get up that field with bad intentions. And on 3rd and 6, I catch another one, and I could, and I would go all the way for 6, and I dive because I'm that man. As you can see on 2nd and 10, I run another streak route, and I could, and I would get stopped at the one. I was almost there. But on 2nd and 10, as you can see, I run another route and dive. Oh my God. That's one thing about Deqontavius Badookie the 6. He will put his body on the line for the UNC Tar Heels. He would do anything to go get that national championship. And on 1st and 10, he runs a deep post and catches a crazy catch. But on 1st and 10, he runs a streak route and could, and he would go in the end zone and get fired up with his teammates. It is 49-14, and to put the icing on the cake, I run a deep post, and that DB almost had me, but he just couldn't get me. I went all the way for another one. And as you can see, we will go on to win the ball game, and I get player of the game with 12 receptions, 489 yards, and 6 total TDs. Going into our next game against 3-5 Pittsburgh on 2nd and 10. As you can see, I will catch that ball. Juke. Oh my God, I made a miss, but I will get brought down. But on 4th and 5, I told Drake Man, give me that ball, and he believed in me to go get 6 for the team. But on 1st and 10, I will catch that ball and toe tap them feet backwards, and that was crazy. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, I run another streak route, put it on his head top. Where is he going? To our teammates? I don't know. I'm going all the way for 6 though, because as you can see, I'm fired up. And on 2nd and 1, as you can see, I catch a slant route for another one. Deqontavius Badookie the 6, he is just a monster. And on 2nd and 10, he will catch another pass, and I'm just trying to figure out, is this the next Megatron, or is he gonna be better than Megatron? And he's gonna be better. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, he runs another streak route and dives for 6. But here, as you can see, on 1st and 10, I absolutely run right past the DB. Almost thought I stepped out of bounds, but somehow, some way, the flexibility, Deqontavius Badookie the 6 turned around and caught it and went for 6. But I get player of the game with 13 receptions, 481 yards, and 7 total TDs. On to our next game against the number 3 seed, 9-0 Miami. It's time to give them their first loss. And on 1st and 10, this DB cannot stick me, and he will not stick me all night. And on 2nd and 10, I went in for 6, and boom, get on the ground. I'm gonna put fear in their hearts. But on 1st and 10, I catch that ball with bad intentions, and look at the burst of speed. Deqontavius Badookie the 6 gets all the way up the field. And on 1st and 10, head top, get up. Nah, I'm not playing. I mean, we are out here setting a tone. It is 28-0, and that's That's how you set the tone. And on 1st and 10, I almost went for another one, but on 1st and goal, as you can see, I come back to the ball for 6, and I was fired up. It is 34-0 on an undefeated team. I mean, what is going on for them? But Drake May throws it up to me, and I dunk on him, but he hits me in the end zone. But as you can see, we win the game, and I will go on to get player of the game with 15 receptions, 444 yards, and 5 total TDs. On to our next game against 4 and 6 Boston College. On 2nd and 10, we are going to show them why we are the #1 seed team. I will take it all the way, and look behind me. There is no one in my rearview mirror. But as you can see, bam, get on that ground. I'm going to treat you as such. And on 1st and 10, I run a slant route, run him over, and go in the end zone. Oh my God. But going to the next play on 2nd and 10, I will catch that ball. Juke. Somehow he got me. I should have been gone. Here, as you can see, on 2nd and 10, Drake May throws it to 2 defenders, and they will intercept the ball. That's what they're going to have to do to stop Deqontavius Badookie to 6. But that doesn't work sometimes as well. And on 1st and 10, I went to go get another one. But here, as you can see, going into the next play on 1st and 10, I will go get another one and take it all the way for 6. Not just 1, not just 2, but 3 on 1st and 10. Deqontavius Badookie to 6 will burn this DB again and makes him look like a fool. But we were going to win the game. I get player of the game with 13 receptions, 474 yards, and 6 total TDs. To our next game against 5 and 6 Duke, it's time to knock them off. And on 1st and 10, I hit him with a mean stiff arm, but he wasn't going for it. He brought me down. And on 2nd and goal, I went up high and dunked on him, but he hit me in the end zone. And on 2nd and 5, I will catch that ball and get in the end zone for 6. Getting deep into the end of our regular season, Deqontavius Badookie to 6 needs to turn it up a notch if he wants to be a top pick in the NFL draft. And on 3rd and 1, oh my God, he dunks on him and almost got back up and kept going. But here, as you can see, on 1st and 10, he will catch that ball, break one tackle, and he could, and he would go all the way for 6, and he is not playing. But going into the next one on 3rd and 12, as you can see, he called for that ball, and Drake launches it up. He dunks. Oh my God, might be the greatest catch in history, and he could, and he would go all the way for 6. Here, as you can see, on 2nd and 15, he ran a slant slash post, and he would catch that ball, and oh my God, he about kept going, but he got tripped up. He was almost gone, but we were going to win the ball game. I get player of the game with 11 receptions, 403 yards, and 5 total TDs. Going into the ACC Conference Championship against Florida State on 1st and 10, I'm doing nothing but running through and going up that field with positive yards. But going into the next one on 1st and 10, I will catch that ball, get up that sideline, and almost break loose, but they all rallied to that ball. And on 3rd and 2, I told them to throw it up and caught it in the back rearview mirror. As you can see, I had an out route, but I ran a post. Drake said, go get that ball, and I went to go get it for 6, and I was absolutely fired up. But going into the next play, I will catch the ball on that right sideline, and I could, and I would go all the way for 6. Coach Mac Brown said we need separation because they are only down by 4 points, and something needs to shake. And on 1st and 10, I went to go get that ball and put us on that goal line. But as you can see, we are ACC Conference champs again, and Drake May wins the Heisman this year. I was just sure. And Drake had a phenomenal season. He threw for over 7,000 yards. Going into our bowl game against the #3 seed 12-1 Georgia, started off intense. On 1st and 10, I will catch that ball with bad intentions early on. And on 1st and 10, as you can see, I catch it on that right sideline. I thought I was finna step out, broke one tackle, and dive like the man, because I am. And on 2nd and 10, as you can see, I ran a deep post and thought I was going to catch the ball, but it will get intercepted. Going to the next play on 3rd and inches, as you can see, I had a post route, but I ran a streak route, and as you can see, I will catch it for 6. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, I catch it on that left sideline, made him miss, and I could, and I would almost go, but I get shoestring. And on 2nd and 3, I ran at the back of the end zone, that toe tapper. It was absolutely fired up. They were picking me up like I was the king, because I am. And on 1st and 10, oh my God, Drake May throws a dot and zips it right through his hands, and I could, and I would go all the way for 6, and I was absolutely fired up. And on 4th and 4, I would go get that ball and dive in that end zone, and that put the icing on the cake. And here, as you can see, we are bowl champions. We did it, Coach Mac Brown. And as you can see, this is the end of Deqontavius Badookie the 6th junior season, and he will get drafted to the Minnesota Vikings. Drop in the comments down below, will he last in the NFL or will he fall?